Today on the channel, we're going to check out from Mattel, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection, Buzz Off. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rich, and today we are going to look at Mattel's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection, Buzz Off. Now, this is going to be a good one. He's not a core player, but you know what? He's pretty awesome looking. I think he looks really good. Let's jump right into it and check out the packaging. So you see the 40-year anniversary of She-Ra, Princess of Power there. You get Hordak in the background there. It says He-Man and the Masters Universe, Buzz Off, Heroic Spy in the Sky. You have the big blister right here, cartoon collection, and you get to see the whole figure right there. Feet, his accessories, everything right there. On the back side, you get, oh, I need my glasses, blind as a bat. On the back side, you get, as seen on Disappearing Dragons. Now, this was an episode of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe back in the 80s. On Eternia and another land on Eternia, dragons were disappearing. So the head of the dragons called upon He-Man to come and find out who's kidnapping and what's happening to these dragons. Well, he uses Buzz Off and he uses Mechaneck, and they go to find out what's happening. Turns out it is Webstore and Cobra Khan is capturing these dragons and sending them to another dimension, where in this dimension, this land or this race of beings is using them kind of like gladiators and fighting to the death the dragons. So He-Man has to go to this other dimension and try to save all these dragons. And it's a big mess, but it's a really good episode because you see guys that you normally don't see, which is Buzz Off and Cobra Khan and Webstore. So Skeletor's not even in it. Man-at-Arms isn't in it. Teela's not in it. So you have some different characters, and it's fun to watch. Check it out. It's on YouTube for free. Just click on Disappearing Dragons He-Man, and you're going to be able to watch that episode. So check that out if you get the time. I recommend it. Also, here we have modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe animated series. You have your cross cell, which I have opened. This Skeletor, which was the translucent Skeletor, Frosta, and now we're getting Buzz Off, and it says includes Andronid Lance. So it's just his stinger, his electric stinger that he uses in the episode. You get to see him use that. And then it shows another picture here. It says twist into powerful battle position. Bottom part is warnings, copyrights, labels, barcodes, recycling information, this, that, and the other. So that is it with the packaging. Now, full disclosure, I tried to make this video already once, and I had technical difficulties. My camera shut off apparently sometime during the recording, so I'm redoing it. That said, I have already cut out and actually had this character out of this package. So he already has the trapdoor that I like to use. So this is a pretty good example, I guess, of how you can repackage these. Look at that, staying right in there. He's not tied in anymore because, like I said, I had him out of the package. All you have is that trapdoor. So if you like, if you're a inbox collector, but you still want to get them out and check them out, look, you can. I mean, you're not going to sell, well, I'm not going to sell mine anyways, but you could, if you want to display them in the box, which I keep all my packaging, you can just pop him right back up in there like I did. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to reverse engineer that process. So I've already packed him back in. The trapdoor's cut out. Reach in there, grab his plastic coffin, and pull, and there he is, and there's your trap door right there. You can't even hardly notice it. So very good way if you want to keep your packaging and possibly repackage your figure for storage or whatever, which I will store all these figures you see coming up, getting close. In September 1st, I'll go to strictly horror figures. So all these will go back in their packages, in a tub, in a closet until November 1st, and I'll go back to your wrestling, your He-Man, your all that kind of stuff. All right, but here he is. Check him out in his plastic coffin, and I dropped his stinger. It just flew right out of there, so we'll have to go pick that up. All right, here is that Andronid Lance. He does not call it an Andronid Lance in the episode. I can't remember what he calls it, his something electric stinger or something, and he does get to use this, so pretty cool. Looking at his hands, I don't think he's going to be able to hold it, though. I really don't, because he's got claws. So we'll see, though. I'm not optimistic, which stinks, because I'd like to, if you come with an accessory, I would like you to be able to hold it. All right, let's grab Buzz Off by the toe, pull him up, already cut out, and, oh, we got to be careful with Buzz Off here, because his wings are through that hole right there. So we're going to pull him up gently through here, and Buzz Off has been resurrected. There he is. Empty coffin right there. Set that to the side. All right, let's step through articulation real quick. Head, a little bit of movement up and a little more like gazing straight away. Maybe a little downward gaze and slightly up. His head will go left and right. It will go all the way around. It is removable. Everything on these is removable. Hands, legs, feet, even the boots are removable. Shoulders go all the way around. And they, again, everything's removable, so shoulders will pop out. He's got the single jointed pinless elbows. They won't get you, boy, I'm having trouble with this shoulder there. There we go. Won't get you quite a 90, but kind of close. Single jointed, like I mentioned. He's got the single hinge on the shoulder right there, so you're not getting a, man, you're not getting a lot of movement, but you're getting a little bit. Enough for me. You know, these kind of are basically the origin figures, which kind of replicate our old ones, which they are a lot better. Trust me, these are a lot better than our old ones, but they kind of replicate that. So we don't need all that Masterverse articulation that we get with those other He-Man figures. Okay, wrist up and down. He has a waist that goes all the way around, and even that waist, check it out, even that waist is removable. Put that back in. He's got some splits here. He's got a single jointed knee that does not get a 90, I don't think, not quite, close to it though, but it is single jointed, and his arms and legs are both on a hinge. Now this knee is getting pretty loose. He does have a boot cut, which is pretty loose. Ankles are great. He's on a rocker, and they can point them toes down. That's it on articulation. So your basic origins, He-Man Masters Universe Cartoon Collection articulation. All right, now let's check out his features here. So he's got the goggles on. They kind of look like his antennae a little bit right there, but they will. And I do like this better right there. I think he looks so much better with his brown eyes over top of those yellows, but they do come up if you want, and that is like a green or sea green on his eyes there. He's got the brown and yellow stripes on him all throughout, but yeah, I like that better. What do you think? Do you like that better or that better? I'll take that all day long. Again, I mentioned his coloring right there, brown and yellow, and then check his wings out. The top wings will come up all the way to there, and the bottom wings will come all the way up to there. So pretty good. He's got a lot of movement there. Now, I will say I could not figure out a way to get that off. So that is one thing that is not removable. Not that I can figure out anyways. I haven't really tugged on it much, but I don't think those wings are going to come off, which that's okay by me. I don't need them to come off. But yeah, and then his claws. Now this is going to be what they have no articulation in there. But you know what? Maybe there is like a little groove, or maybe this lance will pop in there. This could be a surprise here, folks. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, pop in there. Yeah, he can hold his lance. I did not think it was going to be possible, but kudos to Mattel and the folks at the Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection manufacturing plant or designs. Look at that. He can hold his stinger, so very good. He's got the basic clawed toes, kind of like Skeletor, but yeah, pretty good. Now let's go ahead and check out some of the guys that are in this episode with him, which is obviously going to be He-Man, Webstore. That's all I have. Orko is in it, but I only have the Origins Orko. I don't have the Cartoon Collection, which I don't think hasn't been released yet, but it is, I think, up on the next wave. So let's check them out. There is He-Man. So these guys were battling to get those dragons back. Make peace to Eternia. And then here is Webstore, who is also in that episode. And then Cobra Khan was the other villain. So He-Man, Mechaneck, and Buzz-Off. And you had Webstore and Cobra Khan. I hope Cobra Khan comes soon. I think that'll be a really good cartoon collection figure. But that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the Never Not Horror podcast. Me and Steve Clark, we deep dive into one particular horror movie per episode and just give our rundown on it and our backstory on it. And it's a good time. We have a great time. We did have some paranormal activity go on during that one. We filmed it right here in this studio. So things happened on this shelf. So give a listen to Never Not Horror Podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and a few others. Soon as I learn how to put a link on a YouTube description, I want to put that on there. I know I've had a few subscribers ask to put that link on there. I don't know how to do it yet, but I'll figure it out. But that's it. Thank you oh so much for watching. For Mattel, He-Man, and Masters Universe Cartoon Collection, and Buzz-Off. Till next time. Oh, yeah.